I sleep various places, mostly at a church, where it's one of those get in late, get out early, and don't leave a mess kind of things. And that way, it keeps everybody happy, as long as you're not messing up or being loud or being drunk or being an idiot.
What do you think about the community's perception about homelessness or things they can do?
It's 50-50. 50% of the people are like real nice, and other people will drive by and call you names that you've never met in your life because you're carrying a backpack, vile things.
What's the worst thing anyone's ever called you?
Senior citizen. Just homeless scum, or get a job, you piece of shit, that kind of stuff.
Tell me what happened on Pacific Avenue with the little girls.
I was sitting, I have a little sign that says cannot work, torn ACL, which is the truth, and I'd love to work. I'm a painter, a journeyman painter. Little girls walked by and dropped a penny at my feet and said, "Pity penny," and just turned around and walked off. And I was like, I was angry, but I didn't say anything. I told the one little girl, "You got an ugly butt." I wanted to say something else, but I remembered they're little girls, but the way they did it, you could tell that they were taught to think that way. It's not something a 6-year-old is going to come up with on her own.
Tell me a little about the diversity of the homeless population. Is there, can we kind of lump them all together, or what's?
Absolutely not. There's some guys I've met here that I would have at Thanksgiving dinner with my family. And there's other people, you know right away, within 20 minutes, that's like, I gotta ditch these guys. It's bad news.
You ever had any problems sleeping out in the fields and stuff?
Yeah, I've had homosexuals come up and offer me things that I didn't appreciate that, but no one's ever come across at me violently. I'm being almost 6'4", 200 pounds, I'm a little intimidating, but I also try to be nice to everybody I come across. But I've seen young people, early 20s, right across from me shooting heroin. I've seen fights break out over nothing. But that's not all the time. It's very rare.
What do you think is there anything the community can do you think, to help the situation with people who are homeless?
Get to know somebody as individuals before you label them as something else, because we're all different, every single one of us. I'm homeless, but I'm also not sitting on my laurels. I'm getting my knee worked on. I've got a date to get my teeth worked on. I can work until my knee tells me I can't, which I would rather do other than sit on my butt looking for handouts, which I really don't. I panhandled a couple of times. It's not a good feeling. I like going to places where I can get something to eat, but also you got to think. One thing about the homeless community is I see a lot of people getting all these handouts, but they don't give anything back to the people that are helping them. They just eat and walk, or they'll start a mess, a fight, an argument, or cuss in the churches and whatnot over nothing. And it's like I don't even think they realize where they're at. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I do have respect for other people's beliefs and where I'm at, and especially the people that are feeding us out of the goodness of their hearts. When you go to a place like that, you need to be on your best behavior, whether you're having a bad day or not. That's one thing that really upsets me.